Meow meow, welcome to an all-new episode of Friday Faves. Pew, pew. In this episode, I'm going to be reviewing the Blumhouse Universal movie, Wolfman. This movie was written by Lee Whannell, Corbett Tuck, and directed by Lee Whannell. He's the guy that did the Invisible Man remake, which was, what's the word? Dumb. Everybody in The Invisible Man doubted Elizabeth Moss when she was like, pardon me, but I think my husband is doing this. Oh yeah, what'd your husband do? Oh, he was like a famous engineer, inventor that like dabbled in sci-fi level shit. Oh yeah, well, he probably didn't do it. Well, but he was actually developing like something like a stealth suit for people to become invisible. Yeah, well, shut the fuck up, it's not your husband, okay? This movie, Wolfman, is equally as dumb. Actually, I'd say it's dumber. So, if Invisible Man is dumb, and this is dumber, that's a double feature. Dumb and Dumber.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Guys!
But I don't really know if Lee Whannell's in the business of making smart movies, so, I don't know. Not sure what I expected. But the basic premise of this remake is, what if the whole movie of Wolfman were just the transformation process, kind of dragged out to like 2 hours and 10 minutes or so?
2 hours later.
So yeah, I mean, I get the elevator pitch. It's like Wolfman by way of The Fly, by way of
bored as fuck.
Boring.
Even though that might sound like something interesting to investigate, ultimately, you just watch a guy go like this for 2 hours. I think I'm becoming the wolf. Oh, yeah, I'm becoming the wolf man. I think I'm becoming the wolf. That's too loud. I'm becoming the wolf. Things are looking kind of weird. I'm becoming the wolf. And then his wife shoots him in the head and the movie ends. Honestly, if this movie were just about me after I've had too much dairy or gluten, it would have had the same effect. It's just me for a day wandering around a cabin, lonely, going, oh God, what? Oh God, what? Oh God.
Refrigerator.
Lactose intolerant man. Got milk?
Trust me, it's a horrific experience. Actually, when I have gluten and dairy, it's more horrific than Lee Whannell's Wolfman. Roasted.
Roasted.
It also doesn't really know what point it wants to make about, like, parenting and fatherhood, because, like, the main guy, Christopher Abbott, his dad is kind of like a Wolfman too, so it's kind of like Teen Wolf, but not as fun.
We'll all be planning out a route we're gonna take real soon. We're waxing down our surfboard. We can't wait.
And then he gets infected by his own dad when he goes back to visit his dad's house. And he's a really good dad, Christopher Abbott is, but then he becomes a wolfman, so he becomes a bad dad. So, I guess like being a wolfman's kind of a metaphor for being a bad dad, but he wasn't a bad dad, he was a good dad. Not until he got bitten by a wolf, his dad, bad dad, and then you become a bad dad. So don't let your bad dad bite ya. Meanwhile, Julia Garner's kind of like the bad mom, but then over the course of the movie, Christopher Abbott becoming bad dad, she kind of becomes better mom because she has to help her daughter fight the bad dad that was made by his own bad dad, but he was a good dad, but now he's a bad dad, so, yeah. I don't know, it's all wolfed up.
All wolfed up.
The only cool part of the movie was at one point when he's honing in his wolf senses, he hears something loud banging upstairs, and it's like, dang, 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 dang. And he goes upstairs and he's like, what's that loud sound? What is somebody like swinging a sledgehammer around? But then he opens a closet and it's just a tiny little spider. And he's walking and he's like, goosh, 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 goosh. And I'm like, dang, is that how loud everything is to a dog? Can wolves really hear spiders like that? Learn something new every day. But other than that cool moment with the tiny spider sounding all big, the movie was pretty laborious, tedious, and, what's the word again?
Bored as fuck.
I think they should stop making these movies, like, less monstrous. It seems to be the Blumhouse model. Let's take, like, a cool monster movie with a bunch of, like, iconic visuals and, like, make it kind of grounded, like, you know, Bryan Singer's X-Men, which is kind of like a really dumb instinct to have when it comes to making a monster movie. Which brings me to my next point. The design of the Wolfman is not a wolf man, nor was it very much designed at all. Their take was, instead of a man who's kind of like turning into a wolf, they were like, so what if a man just kind of like lost his hair and then grew some other hair and then his teeth got a little sharp and he sweat a lot? Which again, kind of sounds like what happens to me when I have too much gluten or dairy. Earlier this year, the design for the Wolfman leaked in the form of a masked character at Universal Studios, and it looked busted as fuck, and the internet was like, oh hey, that's busted as fuck, but then Universal and Blumhouse were like, no, hey, that's not what he looks like in the movie, trust me, okay? That is not how he looks in the movie. Yeah, he looked like that, and it was busted as fuck.
I'm not a loser! You're busted! What?
And Lin Whannell's very defensive about it. He's like, well, if you shot the fly makeup in like bright lighting and head on, it would look dumb too. I mean, it's all a matter of how you light it and shoot it. That's not true. The fly makeup looks
Tight as fuck.
even with all the lights in the room turned on. Plus, the fly's about a lot more than just the transformation. You get killer iconic performances from Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis with shit like this.
I'd like to become the first insect politician.
So yeah, maybe if you had a cool breakdown moment like that from Christopher Abbott, then I can see where you're coming from, but you can't compare apples to oranges, just like you can't compare your shit Wolfman movie to like a brilliant work of art that's timeless. All in all, the movie didn't make much of a point, it also didn't do anything new visually, and it actually kind of squandered what the character could have been, so I give it 2 wolves down. Join me next time on Friday Faves, when I'll be talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about.